And if you're listening to this and you know who you are, I hope you're not dead in a forest right now.
Welcome to the Audacity.
In this episode, we're talking about ghosting.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I was just laughing to myself a bit during that song because when you hit the record button, you put this giant smile on your face.
It's my show face.
So you could deliver that first sentence. And like, we're so busy in between making notes, checking the mic levels. It's been a long recording day. And then we just turn right on.
It's our game face. And like I said, we were born for TV, but well, I guess podcasts will do for now.
No, actually the first job I had, the little training manual, how to, answer phone calls, said smile, even if you're not in a good mood, because they can hear it in your voice.
Did a man write this?
We're going to come back to that actually in next episode. So stay tuned for some tidbits and hints about that one.
Anyway, so thank you so much for listening. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We hope you liked the last episode. We
are grateful to say that we haven't been disappeared since that dropped.
I know.
So thank you.
Thank you for that. We named it Royal Tea, but honestly, we really didn't spill any tea for that matter.
Nothing new, because legally we actually can't.
Yeah. We tried to, but oh well.
But anyways, if you haven't had a chance, go back and take a listen to that. Or keep listening to this, because we've got another interesting topic today.
Indeed.
We're going back to our communication roots.
And we're going to talk about...
And we're bringing in our dating dramas.
Well, not just dating dramas. I think dramas, period.
Aww.
We're going to be talking about ghosting, a topic that's been alive since texting, I believe, and it didn't have a name until the millennial era, I would say.
Yeah, let's see about that. But in the meantime, check us out online at audacity.fm. You'll find us on our social medias, except Twitter, change it to an _. While you're there, you'll find our link tree in the bio, which has all of our social links and all of the links to our podcasting platforms, including YouTube and including Anchor.
So we're also hosted wonderfully by Anchor. And on Anchor, you can not only find our episodes, but also choose to contribute. And your contribution will help us run much more smoothly and help us be better at what we do. Also, you can leave your feedback on Anchor, whether it be a voice note or otherwise, and we will definitely feature those in our upcoming episodes.
You're listening to the Audacity.
Boo.
Yeah. So, ghosting.
Ghosting. For anyone who doesn't know what the term means, ghosting is the
act of
or state of being in which someone who you're talking to stops.
Completely without warning.
Just complete withdrawal.
Out of the blue.
Ends communication.
Block على الفيسبوك، block على الواتساب، block تليفونات، block انستغرام، block عفوا block.
That's it. They're gone.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, it could be a friend that you've, been trying to reconnect with for a while. And at some point they just stop answering your messages, or a colleague that you need to get some information from and they'll just never reply back to you. Or a lot more commonly, someone you've gone on a few dates with and maybe they're just tired of you.
And we don't know the reason because they ghost us.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We never find out why they do that. But I want to start by asking you, what do you feel about ghosting?
Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely can't stand ghosting. It gets under my skin, inside. It's just, it really bothers me for some reason. I think it is so immature. I think it is so inhumane. And I think it is so incommunicative,
It is.
if
It
that's
is.
a word.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, what, did you just get your phone and you're learning how to talk to human beings? And did nobody teach you, like, you should respond to people when they're trying to get your attention, or if they want to talk to you, or if someone's making the effort out there?
Yeah. I agree with you completely. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I think as well. Ghosting for me is genuinely the most childish, not even prudish, just childish, immature,
Yeah.
like disgusting thing that you can do. Like literally, not everything warrants a response, but that's the least you can do.
True. And it is childish, but at the same time, it has the cruelty that only an adult could, do onto another adult.
Exactly.
Which is, I think, why it bothers me so much.
Yeah.
Same with being left on red, but I think that's a more subtle version. Sometimes that inevitably happens.
Yeah.
But ghosting, I think, is more of a, permanent end.
Exactly. I think it's very necessary as adults to be at least courteous.
Yeah.
Of everything and anything. Like the least you can be is kind, I believe. And yes, you can be not interested and not willing to move forward, but
Absolutely.
there are ways to do it.
Yeah. And, I've been on the receiving end of very naggy people. And as much as my instincts have told me, oh, just ignore it, block them, let it end. I know if the tables were turned, I would at least appreciate a little heads up. Hey, sorry.
I can't do this.
I am
anymore.
ignoring you. I can't, I'm not responding to this.
Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah.
Give me the formality of an email.
Yeah. Best
And,
regards.
do it to my face.
No. I absolutely agree. If I'm not being communication science students, we're very anal about this. Be very direct and clear and
Sure.
Concise to the point. Just tell me what you want and be on your way. We'll be both happier.
Absolutely, completely fine. I'd rather not be left in limbo.
No.
And you might think you're, how would I say this? You might think you're being gentle to us by not telling us to our face.
That is a straight man
Yeah, but
response to it.
But what do you think you're inspiring instead?
No, I don't know.
All of this confusion and trauma
Yeah.
and questioning.
And it's just insane. And then
And it's not like we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We're not actually children here, so maybe don't treat us like that.
Yeah, we're not naive. We're not oblivious. We're just annoyed that you would do this.
Yeah.
Because how can you, in any situation, I feel like in friendship, in
Sure.
in working relationships, in romantic relationships, how can you build up expectations and then just let it plummet
Yeah.
and then be fine with us not being fine? Do you know what I mean?
And maybe some people don't care about this open communication. But as you can tell, this is a very personal cause for me and for us, I think.
No, I absolutely understand that as an adult and as you progress in life, you have to be okay with the fact that number one, not everybody likes you. And number two, not everybody or everybody period.
Yeah.
Or anybody period owes you an explanation for anything.
True.
No one owes you anything. Not your parents, not your family, not your romantic partner, not your best friend.
Yeah.
It is their prerogative to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And they don't owe you anything.
And I would expect them to operate under that prerogative. But
having said that,
there's a difference between that and just being, I think, courteous and humane.
Exactly.
When appropriate.
Yeah.
We'll come back to, when it's not appropriate and who it would not be appropriate for. But at least in the way we're talking about it.
Yeah.
For me, obviously, my reference point is people I'm dating or sleeping with. I expect some sort of goodbye message if things are over.
No, yeah, like I said, you're not owed anything and you're not obliged to do anything, and no one is obliged to do anything to you. Having said that, I feel like a response / a quote unquote closure message, it's not really closure, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like a goodbye, like you said, is the bare minimum, the bottom of the barrel thing that a human being can do.
Yeah, literally.
That is it. That's just my opinion.
You know, especially if we've been talking for, I don't know, more than a couple days.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, I've been inside of you.
Or you've been inside of me.
Whatever. Then I think if I say, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, pull the plug right there.
Yeah. And it's...
But I think I need to... I'm so closed-minded. I really need to embody the perception of a ghoster a lot more to figure out what they're thinking. But I really think it is maybe just a bit immature that they don't understand the impacts of their lack of words. Because it's not like it ruins my life, but I spend a day or two like waiting for a reply or hoping for a reply, just kind of wasting my time.
They don't realize how not okay it is.
Yeah.
They just go on about it like, here we go.
And then you just kind of see what type of a person they are, because I am sure they're doing this in all of their adult relationships.
Yeah.
I feel bad for people who will come into contact with them afterwards.
Yeah. Get help.
Literally we're trying our best.
Literally.
And honestly, there's such an easy solution. We keep talking about it, which is just, you know, be clear and explain.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a very harsh way to do it, which is to just completely block someone.
Yeah. But there are valid reasons for blocking. If
Absolutely.
someone's being creepy, if someone's, you know, if it's safety reasons.
Yeah.
Please, by all means, block.
That's the spot when I'm pro ghost. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's not even ghosting. This is a safety issue. And you have the right to just completely drop someone in that case.
Even while blocking, I've said it to them, like, literally, like,
Yeah.
this is, I am so not interested and you're like an awful human being to me, so I'm going to block you. And I've done that.
Oh, that is such a good extra step.
Yeah, because I'm like...
That's how to block someone without also ghosting them.
And I get the last word because I don't need to hear what they have to say back to me.
Right.
But they understand where I'm going with it. So I didn't block them because Instagram glitched or anything else. I did it on purpose.
Yeah. Well, and I think ghosting is also different than the slow fade.
No, I love a slow fade, honestly.
Which is just where I think at least you can both understand that things are cooling down, calming down, way less initiation, way less spontaneity.
Yeah. It's getting lukewarm and no one likes a lukewarm anything.
Yeah. And then some period of silence goes by and you kind of just mutually don't break that silence. That's fine. You're both on equal footing there. You've probably worked out for yourself what's going on. Or the slight variation of that, maybe you've matched on Tinder or something. You only talked for a day and a half.
Yeah. Just
and
let
it's
it
not
go.
restart now.
Yeah.
That's completely fine.
That's completely fine. That's my favorite way of parting with someone, honestly. Because
Exactly.
I know that they're on the same page as me and it's
easier,
convenient, such a lovely way.
Yeah.
There's also a song called Slow Fade that I really like.
Well, that's our second approved alternate behavior. But I think ghosting, especially with people you're starting to date, but in other circumstances too.
It's such a nasty thing.
Gotta grow up.
Yeah. And, well, the other alternative to not ghosting is then to what? What do you think?
The problem is I'm such a fan of direct communication. You tell me to my face how much you fucking hate my guts.
I'll get off of it.
That would rock me.
Yeah.
That would really do a number on me.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I'd prefer that.
I would appreciate, well, I wouldn't prefer that, but I would appreciate that more. Ugh.
I wouldn't.
It's rough. Or just realize what a fucking gem you have.
And be thankful.
But apparently I don't, if you're the kind of person who would pull this off.
Yeah, no.
I think also, it's just the season. I'm quite bitter because I've hit a bad, rough patch of ghosters, like all in a row within the last few months. I don't know what's in the air.
No, it's us. Once we started getting back to dating apps, we thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And then we now realize what a bad idea that is.
Every time.
It's a cyclical thing.
Ugh.
But yeah, an alternative not to ghost for me would be like either direct communication, say it to my face, like the fucking person you are, or just, I don't know, like a gold text even. I don't mind. Just
sure.
Like end your text with sincerely or best wishes. I don't fucking care.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Give me 3 words. I really don't care. At least I'll understand.
Well, I don't know. People maybe don't even want that finality themselves, just in case they get bored someday in the future.
So they're keeping you around.
So they've left it open. Sure.
Selfish little fuckers.
I mean, good luck. Good luck trying to come back.
Exactly.
After I've put you on my hit list.
No, but that's, that is, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that I'm an option in their books. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Just a contact on the mailing list.
Slowly, absolutely.
Right.
So I'm talking about ghosting. I got so excited. Not only do I block people and obviously like delete their contacts and everything, but I tell them to delete my number too.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's sassy.
yeah, I'm like, now that, I've decided that you're not worth my time, can you please delete my number from your phone? Thank you very much. I don't want my presence anywhere in your vicinity.
Oh, that's hot.
That is, isn't it?
I want to start working on that. Huh.
Yeah, so I do that too. So like in a sense, even they can't keep me as an option anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't care if they actually delete my number or not.
Huh.
I've told them that I'm not an option.
That is clarity.
Yeah.
Capital C. Yeah, I've changed my approach to being ghosted lately.
Oh yes, go on.
Yeah, this guy, we met twice. We talked for a few weeks.
Had a good time.
Had a decent time.
Yeah.
The point where, I didn't pick up on anything being wrong, and then completely out of the blue ghosted me. Whatever, I'm an adult. I wasn't that invested. I moved on nearly instantly. But I still don't appreciate this behavior.
So you had to pick.
And, I have a lot of free time and I have plenty of self-assurance right now. So I've been cyberbullying him.
How so?
This man was an avid outdoorsman. Ironic because of the place that we live.
Which has no topography, by the way.
Yep. So after he ghosted me, a week went by and I'm like a little bit drunk. I don't really care. I know I'm not getting a reaction from him. I'm just like, I hope he didn't die out in the forest or something. That would be quite sad. Nothing. I got off on it.
Radio silence.
Week later. Wait, if you did die, I would feel a little bit silly right now.
Just a tiny bit silly.
Just a bit. 2 more weeks. Rest in peace. Now I know he didn't die in the woods somewhere. But he's receiving these messages.
Yeah.
And it's either annoying him.
Which is job well done.
I'm getting off on twice.
Yeah.
Or it's amusing him, which is just me doing some community service.
And gaining karmic points.
Good karma for me.
Either way, win-win.
That's it. I'm not expecting a response. I wouldn't let him respond after that.
Nuh-uh.
But I like that approach.
He sounds like a Gemini, but
yeah,
honestly, any sign at this point is a bane to our existence. The only sign I think that won't harm us are the signs in the ends of the battery or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think it's just an exercise in maturity to be able to treat people a bit more humanely.
Yeah.
I remember a few guys before this, I was talking to someone who was very into me, and I wasn't. It wasn't going to be a match. And the thought crossed my mind. I'm like, oh, it would be so easy to just not respond when they asked how my day was. But I'm never getting off my soapbox here about how terrible that would be. So it was a lot more hard for me to write a short couple sentences and say, hey, you're really nice, but no, it's not going to work.
And
I did that. It came out. I sent it. They didn't react to it very well.
Ooh, ouch.
So then we had to have a tiny little discussion at which I just had to get a bit colder and colder and colder, restate my point again in an even more firm way.
Yeah.
And then they finally let off. They got to let off steam for 5 minutes as we sent some messages back and forth. I didn't mind it because I knew this is unfortunately better for them.
And the right thing to do.
And the right thing to do. At least it's what I would have appreciated.
That's very true. Though, like, I understand why people. Okay, I don't understand why people ghost, but I kind of do because it's a hard thing to.
Well, it was hard to write,
Yeah.
those messages.
Yeah, no.
But I'm not a fucking coward.
Exactly. It's hard to put yourself out there and
Yeah.
be like, you're not right for me. So another thing that I've noticed that these people do, especially if you're talking on, well, any app for that matter, apart from WhatsApp, is soft ghosting,
Okay.
where they like your response.
Oh, yeah.
They double tap it and that's it. So
Yeah, that's tricky to get into, but
Right?
when you mix up different apps too, I hate being ghosted in one place, but then you're liking my pictures somewhere else.
exactly.
And maybe you only respond every 3 snaps. Like it can be a mess.
It's so complicated because, like you said, like, how come you ghost me, but
Yeah.
you're the first person to view my story?
It goes back to what I said earlier. You're just on the mailing list somewhere towards the bottom. And that feels
Subscribe, please.
so disposable.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I said. I don't give them an option to make me an option. I'm a priority or nothing. Please
Oh,
get out of my sight
yes.
or my peripheral vision for that matter. But there are times when you have to ghost.
Yeah.
And these are exceptions and hopefully far and few. Because we don't wish this on anybody.
No.
And this is for safety reasons.
Absolutely. Yeah, like we said before, that if it's not safe for you to even continue talking to somebody and you need to completely digitally disappear
Yeah.
or actually disappear out of their life,
Yeah.
then by all means go for it.
Yeah. And yeah, blocking is honestly such a cleansing thing
Sure.
that we do.
But just blocking, without
Any warning
any warning is ghosting.
is ghosting. Indeed. I am guilty of it. I'm sorry. But
We're improving. We're growing.
also I have to deal with straight men every day, which is a curse.
True.
So
That's something I won't be able to comprehend.
yeah.
But I know if it is just a random straight man thirsting over your pictures or,
Yeah.
sitting next to you on the subway or something, you don't have
No.
the communication obligation yet to have to respond. If it's someone you've been on a few dates with,
Yeah. Of
I know you
course.
wouldn't ghost them.
No. Of course. It's such a weird territory for
Definitely.
women in that sense.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of scared as well
True.
of them. That is actually a good point that we didn't touch on is when women ghost, straight men particularly.
Oof.
How usually it's either for a safety reason
Yeah.
or men not handling rejection well.
True.
Because we've seen the stories of murders, literal,
Yes.
because they got rejected, or throwing acid on
Yeah.
women's faces.
Yikes.
So
Well, first of all, no communication advice we're
Nuh-uh.
going to give is going to help rescue straight men.
no, that's a psychological.
Societal, every
Every
level of organization.
illness.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, women or minorities have to bear the brunt of it.
Yeah.
And in that case, also, I think ghosting is very valid.
But again, that puts it back into the safety
category. Yeah, that's right.
I wish these men were taught from a younger age how to communicate with people more humanely. Then they would also understand how to react to rejection
Yeah,
like an adult.
there you go. Isn't that the solution to every problem ever?
We're working on it bit by bit.
If men learned how to communicate, we wouldn't have
Yeah.
75% of the problems that we have right now.
Oh, I would up your odds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's not just men there. It's just I think everyone who didn't learn how to treat people,
Yeah.
or how to communicate with
Yeah.
people. I mean, I think about ghosting in the queer community, which is super normalized because it's super app driven, so it's really easy to ghost people. And whenever I might consider ghosting someone, I really think like this community has put up with so much rejection. We've been ghosted by friends, family, and society for as long as we've been around.
Yeah.
So if there's someone who should understand it, it should be you. Why are you going to bring this back into our community from the inside?
Yeah. No, there is probably scientific explanation for that on how you know,
it's just cycles of trauma.
cycles of trauma. Exactly. Having said that, but even when it comes to, you know, even if it's not identity based, let's say communication, for example, even in work culture, in corporate life,
Yeah.
I think courtesy is valued as number one in everything we do.
Even more so there. Yeah.
So there, I wouldn't understand ghosting there because, like, sometimes, unless I pull in my manager,
Yeah.
I get ghosted a lot.
Huh.
Which,
I mean, there's a whole lot of office politics and hierarchy and power struggles to level into that.
Yeah.
Plus, you're an entry level woman working
and non-white.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of this and that's to it. And the bottom line remains the same. Don't ghost.
That's it. It's a simple message. It's just a really hard fix.
Yeah.
But I think you can at least play your part and work on it as an individual.
It doesn't even have to be proper. It doesn't have to be a script. It doesn't have to be,
like we've said,
nothing.
You don't even have to let them down gently.
No.
You just should let them down.
Exactly. Rather than
be as sassy, be as hurtful as you want, actually, because it's still a better approach.
It's better
than nothing.
It's better than having them linger and dangle.
Exactly. Unless it's a safety issue.
Exactly.
Disclaimer for the whole entire episode.
Yes. Well, we'll come back to this. I guess we will with the topics that we are exploring.
I will never. This is a personal hobby of mine, spreading the message. I hope that, you know, some of my friends, when I talk about this, realize they might do this as a behavior and start to improve. I know some people have changed. So I rest my peace with that.
Yes. First step is self-awareness. Second step is that's it.
Yeah. And if you're listening to this and you know who you are, I hope you're not dead in a forest right now. And to all the other, you know, men who ghost me, and I know some of you are in fact actually listening. I don't miss you. I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed in you. Like I would be disappointed in a toddler.
Thanks for the listens, though.
Absolutely. Play this as many times as you want. Give me the ad revenue, but delete my number.
Hey, here we go.
This is therapeutic to get off my chest. Hope you liked listening as well.
We loved this episode. And don't forget to check us out on social media at audacity.fm, on everywhere except Twitter, where we are at audacity_FM. And on our Instagram and on all our social media bios, you will find Linktree links as well, where you can find us on all podcasting platforms, as well as other places that we are found.
We're trying to be everywhere. That's the goal.
Yeah.
One of those places is Anchor, our podcasting host. Whilst you're there, you can make a contribution to help support our show. And you can also leave a voice note with your reaction, maybe a story of your ghosting, or what message you'd like to leave for your men somewhere in the forest. And in the meantime, share this with your friends.
Share this with your enemies.
Share this with the person who's ghosted you last. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much, and bye.
But also, we're talking really too fast in this one. I was like...
Huffing. No, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I know.